We just completed a very successful summit. The nations of the G8 are united in our desire to help bring stability and democracy to Iraq. We came together to support reform in the broader Middle East. We pledged to work together to build a more secure, peaceful, and prosperous world.
In the fogs of a Texas ranch, a venomous mist seeped deep beneath the crust of the earth and gave birth to a poisonous bush. A bush rooted with wicked colonial intentions and highly decorated with an arsenal regime of deadly war serpents. This burning bush produces bitter berries that split the seas of America. A Moses bush, one who is divinely inspired for a global capitalist crusade. He breathes his hot winds to command the leaves on the military branch to conquer through eminent domain. He defines invasion as freedom, to pump his capitalist semen through the pipelines of Iraq in hopes of impregnating democracy within the sacred wombs of the Middle East. This serpent beast who stands on the Guadalupe Mountains in Texas, a region once taken from the Native Americans, and he orders the Pharaoh Saddam to let my consumers go. See, we can find humor in tragedy, but we don't find the Patriot Act as a moral tragedy. Law officials holding stocks in private prisons as an ethical tragedy. Nor do we find American-made weapons of global destruction as a spiritual and social tragedy, because that stock on the stock market, it triples your investment, saving you and your family from financial tragedy. Therefore, you purposely blind yourself with the ashes of this smoking bush, accepting his smoky strategy that targets a religion, tradition, and culture that is different from yours, but it is all justified because it secures our country from economic tragedy. In the arenas of my mind, I wrestle with the thought of electing a greater evil or a lesser evil when both evils were initiated and molded within the dark dungeons of Yale. Inside I yell, for I've seen the offsprings of this evil, and I agree that this bush needs to be severed from its roots. But the scary truth, scripted in the sacred scrolls of Revelations, it whispers of the ending of a peace and the birth of a seven-headed beast. 7 nations aligned at the G8 summit to design a plan for global reconstruction where humanity will be oppressed under a one-world system, a one-world government, a one-world order. Meanwhile, your sons and my daughter's spiritual eyes are glued to the spell of MTV and BET, while the noses of their parents are captured by the sweet, sweet aroma of this rose bush whose thorns have ripped, stripped, and killed the life out of yet another country. Maybe when 3,000 more soldiers fall on his bloody chessboard, and that child that was left behind is no longer dazzled by the carrots for this volunteer army. And when the Iraqi women pawn their traditional veils for spandex and halter tops, and the men trade their jalabirs, immas, and tajas for baseball caps and football jerseys, and a strip club is erected in the heart of the Sunni triangle, causing the rape rate to rise. Liquor stores planted on every Baghdad block, producing homicide and DUI and suicide, and the death rate rise and murder rate increase, and the whole region is enslaved under this mark of the beast that will transform an Iraqi man into a number, an Arab child into a criminal, paint the Prophet Muhammad white, teach the children self-hatred subliminal. Maybe then will Bush and all those serpents who hide behind his shady bush look deep within their shallow, shedded souls and tell my immoral America that democracy works. Democracy works. Iraq is finally free.
We just completed a very successful summit.